Seems like you get special treatment everywhere.
It's T-Mobile Magenta status.
So when you got 15% off your Hilton stay and the upgrade to Hilton Honor Silver.
Magenta status.
We're turning the rental car to Dollar without having to top off the gas?
What do you think?
I think I need T-Mobile.
Introducing Magenta Status from T-Mobile. Premium benefits, brands you love. Get your VIP vibes. See how at T-Mobile.com/status.
M&M Golf Cars is proud to offer the Onward Club Car, dynamic stability, handling, and superior comfort just in time for the warm weather. The entire family will love it. M&M Golf Cars at 4252 Northeast Port Drive in Lee Summit. Call 816-795-7575 or visit mmgolfcars.com.
Here's the 1-0 to Rooker, and he swings, and it's a high pop-up. First base side. Vinny goes into foul ground, coming up on the tarp, and reaches over the tarp and into the netting to make the catch. So right before the ball went into the netting, Vinny went into the netting, and that helped push the net back and give him more room to make the catch. And Brady Singer gets around the leadoff walk. The A's are scoreless in the second inning. Paul Blackburn goes back to work, and Nola hits a line drive that skips by the third baseman Toro and out into left field. Nola takes a wide turn, but he'll be running that ball down and getting it back to the infield quickly. So Austin Nola has a leadoff single. Michael Massey steps in with a runner at first. And Blackburn's pitch is swung on, and that's lined into right center field. Nola will make the turn at second and head on to third. Males have runners at the corners with nobody out.
So far, the timing's been real and pro. Nola and Massey have all been pulled, but they've been pretty solid contact.
And just by paying attention in the first inning, it was pretty clear that Blackburn was going to be throwing strikes. Here's the 1-0. Prado swings and lifts it to left field. That ball will carry. Andujar goes to the track, and it's gone. Nick Prado hit. Now, I knew that ball was going to carry for two reasons. Number one, we're in Arizona, and the ball always carries. And the flag, which is out by the scoreboard in left field, shows that it's clearly blowing out to left field. But sometimes we judge how catchable a ball is just by watching the nearest defense and pitching. Here's the 1-1, and there's a line drive, base it into center field for Butler. Andujar will into third, and the A's have two on with nobody out. And one of the issues that shouldn't be overlooked would be the number of Injury League Player of the Year, and then traded to Oakland in the deal for Matt Olson. There's a bloop into right center field, and that's going to be down on one hop to Isbell. Eno, who was set up in the middle of the diamond. I don't know if there was some confusion as to where the base runners were there, but that's a strike. Here it comes. Swinging a line drive, base hit center field. The runners had to hold on the line drive, so only one run will score. Butler. And the first 5 A's have
Center fielder, number 1, Ruiz.
Here comes Ruiz. 67 bases last year. The pitch. Swinging a chopper to short. Hampson is there. He'll play it to first in time. And the Langolier scores to tie the game at 3. Toro goes the starters to get game time. Swing and a miss. Got him with a slider away, and Brady picked a good spot to strike out his first. And there are 2 down. And here comes Matt Quatrero, and he will make a pitching change. And before this,
the pitch. Broken bat flare towards second base. Massey charges, gets on a bounce, throws across his body in time. And Duhan. Tough news for one of Brady's former big league teammates and college teammates, former Royal Jackson Coar, who was traded to the Braves. And here's the 1-0 pitch. Butler smacks it through the vacated left side, a base hit in the left field. He's 2 for 2 in the
a Mets fan, growing up a Mets fan.
I'll try to have an answer.
What was the team that bedeviled the Mets more than any other during your
During my childhood?
Your childhood.
It was the Phillies.
And who was the player that...
1-0 pitch. Smack off Singer, ricochets into center field. Butler around second, then stops there. And Langoliers is on at first. That clips Singer out. So is Chris DeLucia, one of the trainers. Brady says he's fine. I'm not sure if it hit his jersey or hit his glove, but it hit something.
Looked like it hit his glove. He was trying to catch it, but he was late.
And he seems to be just fine.
So, if you're an avid Mets fan and one of your avid brethren named their child Chase or Jimmy, naming their sons Madison.
Singer delivers and Toro launches it deep to right field, headed toward the bullpen and gone. And the A's jump out to a 6-3 lead. So Singer got the first 2 outs of the inning, but then back-to-back sharp singles, and then Toro clears the bases. And that's it for Brady this afternoon. Matt Quatrero comes to take the baseball. Rel Ernaiz due up. New arm coming in for KC with the Royals trailing 6-3.
Now for a limited time, the new dome.
In not clean inning situations. The pitch. Breaking ball swung out and missed. Strike 3. So trying to simulate some of the unpredictability of the regular season. James MacArthur gets the final out of the 3rd with a strikeout. He struck out.
Anytime, guys.
Brady, how would you diagnose that one?
Yeah, just wasn't as sharp. Didn't have the command that I wanted to, and then the pitches, just weren't working as well to get the chase. So obviously need to stay in the zone a little bit more with, with everything. And I think the biggest thing was to, get ahead early and, trying to put him away. I can obviously put him away if I was behind.
Did that liner get you anywhere?
Yeah, no. Skin my wrist.
As the spring progresses, 3rd start, how do you feel with that new pitch mix?
Yeah, I feel good. We started using it a little bit later this outing. Really like the sweeper, really like the 4-seam. Changeup's still kind of work in progress, but I like the grip on it, I like the shape on it. But I really enjoying the sweeper and the 4-seam right now.
It felt good when you started using it today.
Yeah.
And so is that generally what you're doing? Is just bringing it in late in your?
No. We've been using it. Early.
Okay.
Too. Later today, I think we're just trying to get the sinker going. It wasn't doing as well as I wanted it to early on. So we introduced the 4-seam and the sweeper a little bit later.
The sweeper got some rough swings from Ruiz, didn't it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Those were all the sweeper there, and I feel like I didn't throw it early enough in the game there. I feel like we could have gone to it a little bit quicker, but yeah, it was good to see the swing and miss on that.
What do you take from this performance and just moving forward this spring?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean it's obviously a learning. It's spring training, yeah, but learn how to try to fight through it and stuff like that. But I don't know, yeah, not what I want to do, but spring training. So just move forward and get back to work.
When you go back into the dugout and come back out for that 3rd, what was the adjustment that you tried to make when you came back out there?
Yeah, stay in the zone more. Try to get early contact, and I did. There for the first 2 batters, and then obviously get behind it a little bit and put some hits on it.
How about Vinny's catch?
Yeah, I told him thanks for staying with that. Obviously, I need that out right there, so that was huge for him.
Especially in the spring, right? I mean, you can kind of maybe pull up on that, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's what I told him. Obviously, spring training and be a little bit safe. So, told him thanks for obviously staying with it.
Cool. Okay. Appreciate it. Thanks.
Okay. Can you, at least for my sake, can you tell us what changed for you maybe in September last year, where you started just something seemed to click for you, and then you just run with that ever since, even coming into the spring?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if it was just one thing that kind of clicked, but working with the pitching coaches here and pitching coaches in AAA, they helped me develop and change some of my pitches just a little bit, make some minor tweaks. And
which ones in particular?
My slider,
okay.
Adding the slider has, I think, helped me a lot. And then learning about when to throw it in counts with left-handed hitters or right-handed hitters. So them helping me with that, I think, was a big part of me turning it around at the end of the year. And I think some of it too was just kind of getting on a roll and making pitches and executing pitches, and had a good game plan going into every outing.
So you started having those discussions right when you came over?
Yes.
Okay.
Right when I came over from the Phillies, they wanted me to start throwing a slider again, and I'm glad they did, because it's helped me a lot and kind of protected my curveball.
And then you had the cutter, right, too?
Yes, and then developing the cutter, trying to work it into games more. Just, you try to get as many weapons as you can out there because you're going to need them at some point. So.
How do you feel with the cutter out there in spring training this year?
Good. I've thrown it a few times. I threw a good one today, probably my best one today. It was a ball, but kind of had the effect that we were going for. So I'll just keep working with Bove and Sweeney on that.
There's been a lot of buzz about this team just because of the offseason moves they made and everything else, and it's kind of exciting with some of your young players. The starting rotation obviously gets a lot of attention because of the moves that were made, but what do you think the bullpen is capable of this year, with yourself and with others?
I think we're going to be really good. You add guys like Chris Stratton, Anderson, and we got Schreiber now, and then Will Smith, guys that have been around for a while, have playoff experience. They just kind of have that aura about them when they walk around that you want to be around them, you want to learn, you want to kind of do things the way they do things because they do it the right way. So I think there's a big change in the culture and how we feel at the clubhouse, and the expectation for us in the bullpen and as a team is to go win, and I think we got a lot of confidence going into it.
Thanks a lot.
Appreciate it, James.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, James.
Thanks.
Just command was off, we've seen when his sinker is on, he gets it to both sides of the plate. He's obviously going to be tough on righties, but he runs it back on the lefties, and today he just couldn't seem to find the fastball command right from the first hitter, and then left a couple in the middle of the plate that they hit hard.
You said that liner skimmed his wrist. Is that what it looked like to you?
I don't know what it hit. I heard something, and it said he skimmed his left wrist,
Another good swing from Nate Prado today. How's it continuing to progress this spring and in these games?
Yeah, there's some quality at-bats. An op's field homer, a ball pulled hard down the right field line, a walk, and a tough at-bat. So Nick's had a great spring.
What'd you tell Vinny about that effort on the tarp?
That was a great play. I told him he better make those plays if he's just going to hit into double plays and get out early in the count.
What about taking it easy during spring training? Going over the tarp?
Well, I'll be honest, you saw it come into play 3 or 4 times today. That ball I thought was going to be right near the foul line. Right. The wind just kept blowing it. Yeah. And that happened to them a couple times as well. It was interesting wind.
Bullpen, 3-4 scoreless innings again, especially James McCarthy has been looking really good. What do you think from him in particular?
Well, his stuff, he's kind of picked up right where he left off last year. The 2 breaking balls, a little bit of a cutter. The velo's up there in the mid-90s. He throws a ton of strikes, so really positive.
He said that his slider, when you guys reintroduced that for him or had him bring it back, it really helped him. Did that seem to be playing really well for him?
For sure, yeah. That was all on the pitching department, identifying what he could use to help get lefties out, and he took it and ran with it.
What did you think about how Marsh progressed through his innings?
I was really happy. It sounds kind of funny, but I was happy he wasn't as sharp in that first inning of work because he's been so locked in. His innings have been super efficient. So for him, I think he threw 24, 25 pitches in that inning, and we had 2 guys on, came back to get the outs, and I thought that was a good growth moment for him.
Okay. Thank you.
All right, thanks for waiting.